Welcome to Psychological Safety and Speak Up Culture. This course explores how psychological safety supports a strong speak up culture in regulated environments. Through practical examples and reflection, learners will be introduced to SCARF model and the neuroscience behind human behavior in the workplace. Learning outcomes. Explain psychological safety and the SCARF model. Describe the concept of psychological safety and its importance in regulated environments, and explain how the SCARF model relates to social threat and reward responses in workplace interactions. Identify behaviors that support a speak-up culture. Recognize team dynamics and behaviors that enable individuals to raise concerns, share observations, and contribute openly without fear of negative consequences. Apply effective communication for quality and patient safety. Use respectful and confidential communication strategies when speaking up, and explain how effective communication supports product quality, team trust, and patient safety. The glove situation. During visual inspection, operators are wearing gloves while handling vials. You notice a colleague touching the inspection table and equipment surfaces, with the same gloves used to handle product containers. The team leader is standing nearby, but does not address the behavior. The rest of the team continues working as if nothing happened. Social and emotional factors can influence whether someone feels comfortable raising a concern. In many workplace situations, people notice risks but hesitate to speak up.
Fear of judgment, uncertainty, social tension, lack of voice, perceived unfairness,
Why people hesitate to speak up. Flip each card to explore common social and emotional barriers that can prevent people from raising a concern. Fear of judgment. Someone may worry that raising a concern will make them appear overly critical, inexperienced, or mistaken. Uncertainty. A person may notice something unusual, but hesitate because they are not fully sure it is a real issue. Social tension. Speaking up can feel uncomfortable if it might create conflict or challenge a colleague or leader. Lack of voice. People may feel their opinion will not be valued or taken seriously within the team. Perceived unfairness. If people believe speaking up leads to negative consequences, they may stay silent to protect themselves. Which of these factors have you observed or experienced in workplace situations? Fear of judgment, uncertainty about the situation, concern about creating tension, feeling that your voice would not matter, concern about negative consequences. These reactions are not random. Many are linked to how our brain responds to social threats and rewards. In the next section, we will explore the SCARF model, which helps explain why these situations feel difficult. The SCARF model explains 5 social triggers that influence how people respond in workplace interactions. These triggers can affect whether someone feels comfortable raising a concern or staying silent.
In many organizations, people want to contribute ideas, raise concerns, and collaborate openly. But something often gets in the way: social threat. The brain constantly scans the workplace environment for signals of safety or danger. The SCARF model helps us understand 5 social domains that influence how safe people feel to speak up. The first domain is status, our sense of value and recognition within a group. In meetings, status can be threatened when ideas are dismissed, ignored, or interrupted. When people feel their competence is questioned, they may withdraw instead of contributing. The second domain is certainty, our ability to predict what will happen next. When plans suddenly change without explanation, people experience uncertainty. The brain perceives unpredictability as a threat, which can reduce focus and confidence. The third domain is autonomy, the sense of control over our own work. When people feel micromanaged or constantly corrected, autonomy decreases. This can reduce motivation and engagement. The fourth domain is relatedness, the sense of belonging and connection with others. When individuals feel excluded from conversations or decision-making, they may perceive the group as unsafe. Strong teams actively create inclusion and collaboration. The final domain is fairness, the perception of equal and transparent treatment. When people believe decisions are biased or inconsistent, trust quickly erodes. Fair processes and clear reasoning strengthen psychological safety. When leaders understand the SCARF domains, status, certainty, autonomy, relatedness, and fairness, they can intentionally create environments where people feel safe to contribute. Psychological safety is not accidental. It is built through everyday leadership behavior.
Match the SCARF trigger to the situation. Each situation describes a moment where someone may hesitate to speak up. Speaking up protects more than the team. It protects product quality and patient safety. Speak up matters. In this course, you explored a real workplace situation where speaking up was needed, psychological barriers that can make speaking up difficult, the social triggers behind these reactions through SCARF model.
Consequence. Remaining silent can allow unsafe behaviors to continue and impact product quality and patient safety.
Understanding. Our reactions are influenced by social triggers such as status, certainty, autonomy, relatedness, and fairness.
Awareness. Speaking up can feel difficult due to barriers like fear of judgment or uncertainty.
Action. Speaking up is a shared responsibility that supports a safe and accountable team environment.
Thank you for completing this course. The next time you notice something that doesn't feel right, take a moment to reflect and choose to speak up. Small actions can have a significant impact on your team, your organization, and patients who rely on your work.